daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25
What's good, everybody? Happy Thursday. I hope everybody is having a great day today, y'all. My day is going good. I cannot complain. We are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 8. And the name of the episode is called A Soundbath Breakdown. Okay? I'm sorry that I'm late. I'm sorry that I'm late. I feel like I have to say that. I'm sorry that I'm late. I think this is a record. I don't think that I have ever reviewed a Real Housewives of Atlanta episode on a Thursday. And so I feel like I'm just so far behind, but if y'all didn't know, I went on a trip this weekend and I had planned on doing videos and stuff while I was there. And for some reason, my laptop updated. And when it updated, it kicked me out of StreamYard and it kicked me out of Canva. And I had an email that was tied to my Canva and my StreamYard account, but I deleted the email, but it for some, like I'm still signed into it under their account. And so when they was trying to send me the password, I don't have a way for them to send me the password. So I'm trying to reach out to their help center, but luckily everything is still on my computer where I can still, log in and stuff like that. But I just need to update the computer, which is I'm not going to do because they're going to kick me out. Okay. And I'm so sorry. But I am behind and I don't know anything different from what has went on the episode, I watched What Happens Live. And so I saw it on time, actually. I actually saw the episode on time. It just was hard for me to get here. And yesterday, I planned on going live yesterday, but when I tried to go live, it was going to be a little bit too late. And I actually was tired. So I was like, let me just go ahead, get some sleep, get up, and come in and do the Real Housewives of Atlanta today, okay? But I'm back, and we are going to get back into the regularly scheduled program, okay? But again, we are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 8. And the name of the episode is called A Soundbath Breakdown, okay? And from what I've seen, K. Michelle finally made something stick with Porsha. She did. I feel like that she has been coming for Porsha all season. I feel like, everything was revealed in the episode. The truth came out, and we're going to talk about it. But before we get started, let's see who in here, and then we're going to talk, okay? Thank you for the super chat, Whitney. She says, starting things off right with the super chat. Hey, thank you for the super chat, Whitney. Hey, how are you? Monique King, thank you for the super chat. She said, good boy, go get my belt. I worry too much for you not to put up an I'm alive post or something. Glad you're back. Thank you for the super chat, Monique King. I'm good. I did a video yesterday, though. But I could have did a post. You're right. I could have did a post. Okay, Jamil, thank you for the super chat. He said just for you to have a slice of the Nigerian pie and not the whole community. Thank you for the super chat, Jamil. Oh my God, thank y'all for the super chats. I feel so loved. Thank you so much. YDKO, he says my line suspended? No, it's not. You here, baby, live and in color. Thank you for the super chat. He said whatever she got to stick to Porsha will never compare to the tart smell that stuck to her forever. Her words, not mine. Thank you for the super chat, Q. The Inform, thank you for the super chat. Child, stop explaining yourself. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat, Butterfly. 47.99. She said, so glad you're here to do your review. It's always the highlight of my week. Oh, thank you so much. That makes me feel great. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Y'all, we are here. We are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 8. And the name of the episode is called A Soundbath Breakdown. Okay. It was baby, listen, when you're dealing with people, no shade, and I just gotta be real. When you're dealing with people with, dare I say, I don't want to diagnose nobody. I don't want to be a fake doctor like Dr. Bryant. And Bryant, right? But when you're dealing with people with mental illness, baby, you just, it's always something. It has you questioning stuff. But I will say this. I don't think that K. Michelle is crazy. To me, K. Michelle is not crazy. To me, she's not crazy. She is actually on point in some of the stuff that she's saying. And we're going to talk about it, okay? Thank you for the super chat, Dina. She said Monique King was all up in my DMs looking for you. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Dina. I'm good, y'all. I promise y'all I'm good. But thank y'all so much for the concern. I appreciate it. Okay? So the episode started off. The ladies are back. Let me get my pictures. The ladies are back. The ladies are back they're back in Atlanta from Dallas, from Cynthia's iconic Dallas trip. And for Cynthia to be a friend of the show, Cynthia really has did her thing. We got to give it up for Cynthia, y'all. Let's give it up.
Come on, give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
Right? We have to give it up for Cynthia for being a friend of, because she is clocked in more than Phaedra. And Phaedra actually holds a peach. Right? Phaedra actually holds the peach. And I think that the cast is great. I think that everyone is playing a part, right? Which is why we are all enjoying the season for the most part. However, I do not feel like Phaedra is earning her spot. I do not feel like that Phaedra is earning her spot. Her confessionals are funny sometimes, but I do not think that they're so great that they keep her on the show. Now, maybe for white women in America.
Attending a birthday party.
But I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed, okay? And I also think that the show, what I think that this show has been missing, which seems refreshing coming from K. Michelle, is that K. Michelle is not afraid to be embarrassed, right? She talked about the leaky booty. Talked about that tart smell in her, you know what I'm saying? So she's not afraid to be embarrassed and to bring stuff up about herself, which is refreshing. And she's not caught up in always trying to present perfect on camera. And that's what I feel like Porsha and Phaedra and some of the girls are doing. They always want to control what we see of them and how they're presented and make sure that they're presented in a good light. And that's just not reality. And nobody is tuning in for that, right? We want to see everything. And that's what the show has been missing. Now, speaking of perfect. Speaking of perfect, baby. Okay, we got a montage of some of the women at home. Okay, we got a montage of some of the women at home. And then we see Pinky and Derek at home with one of her Kaylas and then her daughter, Diella, right? And is it me or did Derek look high? Derek looked a little high. Derek looked a little high to me, okay? His eyes were real low, okay? Now, I'm assuming that it was Diella's birthday because she had on a crown that said happy birthday, right? And all of a sudden, she walked into a room and she started reciting her ABCs. She started reciting her ABCs, baby, and she didn't know one.
Oh my God.
Well, look, did she not know them? I'm not gonna say that she didn't know them. She messed up. There's a difference. Is there a difference? Did she know them or did she messed up? Right? She messed up. You know what I'm saying? And for me, as a big cousin, I don't have any kids. I got a nephew. He can't recite his ABCs. Okay? But, you know, as a cousin, as a big cousin, and as a godparent, you know, if my child had got on camera and recited the ABCs and messed up, baby, I would have looked at the producer and said,
cut the cameras. Dead ass.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass. Dead ass. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras, right? In my family, if you was asked to recite something and you messed up, it was a big fucking deal. It was a big fucking deal, right? Like the belts were coming out. The belts were coming out, baby, and you had one more time to recite it, and it better be done perfectly. And after you done it perfectly, you're going to do it again just so people can make sure you ain't no motherfucking dummy. You get what I'm saying? In my family, they didn't play like that. You gonna have to recite it 2 more times with the belt out so everybody can know you ain't no goddamn dummy. And before you get to saying A, you better make sure you know through Z before you even start with A. It don't need to be no stumbles, no messing up, or no nothing. Make sure, you know what I'm saying? Take some time to yourself and make sure you do a practice run. And make sure you get the A to Z by yourself before you put A out your mouth, because you don't need to be stumbling over nothing. That's how my people was. That's how my people was. You get what I'm saying? And so I'm just saying that it was real serious in my family. It was real serious in my family. You know what I'm saying? Right, do it right. Not doing your ABCs under duress, yes, baby. Get off my phone. I can't get off the phone, baby. I'm telling you. My mama yelling, if Johnny had 4 apples, right, my aunt had that shit bad for real, baby. For real. My mama them didn't play that, baby. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing no each one teach ones over here, baby. Who? Who going to content mastery? Who going to content mastery with the last name Gabor? Be sitting in class playing with blocks all day. Shit. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Q, the country guy. He said the only thing missing this season is Brit. With that being said, this is a great season so far. 8 episodes, and it's way better than the last 3 seasons. That's why a pause is needed sometimes. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, I disagree. How can you say Kay is what was needed when she was exposed for lying about an ex plotting on Porsha and faking a relationship? Now, see, Jerry, I don't know that yet, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to see what's going on, okay? We're gonna see what's going on, okay? Now, but I do think what I'm saying, though, Jerry, is I'm not saying that Kay Michelle was needed, okay? Each one teach one, baby. Walk with me. Let me hold your hand. What I am saying is, my sweet baby, is that, you know, she's not afraid to embarrass herself. She's not afraid to be embarrassed. She's not afraid to say something that doesn't show her in a great light. Whereas I feel like Porsha and Phaedra are always trying to present themselves in a great light. Okay? And we're gonna talk about it later on, okay? But my thing with Pinky though, Pinky with Diella, you know, Pinky, you my nigga, I love you for real. Okay? I think that the Bravo fan base can be brutal. And by fan base, I mean me. I am included, you know, in the fan base. And we will never forget something about you or what your kids did once we get mad, right? I still reference Phoenix with her helmet on when we first met her on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, right? So I can see people telling Pinky, girl, go home and teach your kids they motherfucking ABC. You know what I'm saying? I can see people telling her that when they get into it with her. And if you a real bitch, I'll say it to her at the reunion. Girl, go teach your daughter the ABCs, girl. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, speaking of Pinky, I hope we at a future date talk about her being vegan and Derek, what that means, and Derek not being vegan, what that means for their children. Because I'm assuming that the kids aren't vegan, right? I'm assuming that the kids aren't vegan, and I wish Andy would have asked her that on Watch What Happens Live. But maybe we'll talk about it at a later on a later episode, or maybe the kids probably just enjoy food whenever they're eating with each parent, right? Probably whenever Derek is cooking and he eating, the kids eat what they eat, or maybe whenever Pinky is eating, you know what I'm saying? They eat fries like she eat, you know what I'm saying? So maybe we'll see. But I do remember when she was making some food, I think that she was making some macaroni and cheese. But was it real cheese? Was it real cheese? She was making some macaroni. I don't know. Okay, we'll see. Okay. Next we got the Little Hobbit, Kelli. Let's go to the Little Hobbit. Okay, the Little Hobbit. Okay. She was talking to her mama, Cora. She was talking to Cora and her mama and her grandmother, Nana. Okay. Now, I did not know. Y'all didn't tell me that Nana was still living. I didn't know that Nana was still living. Okay. Now, I don't know how I would feel if one of my grandkids named the business after me and the business was spelling. Could you imagine? Your grandchild name a business after you. You know what I'm saying? The business not doing good. She filing for bankruptcy and shit. And then she want to name it motherfucking Nana's. Girl, nah, baby. I would have told her, baby, don't you want to change the name to Kelly's Chicken and Waffles since you the one over there cooking and shit? You get what I'm saying? Don't you want to name it Kelly's Chicken and Waffles? Because Nana not in there cooking it, baby. Nana not in there cooking it, baby. This your business. You know, name it after you. Put it after you. It's for you. You know what I'm saying? Why do you want to name the shit after me and make me the fall guy? You get what I'm saying? I don't like it. I don't like it, okay? When y'all ask me why I don't like Kelli, it's because she's a mean girl. She's a mean girl. She lied on Pinky. She's a liar, and she does not tell the truth. Now, earlier this season, she said that she moved her and her family down to Atlanta, and she was supporting not just her children. She said it wasn't just her daughters, but she was supporting her parents and her grandparents and all of her aunties and uncles. And I remember saying that the only people that she should be supporting or that should be dependent on her is her children. And like I always say, if you let a person talk long enough, the truth will come out. The truth was come out, okay? Now we found out that Miss Cora, Kelly's mama, actually works for Nana's Chicken and Waffles.
Oh, see, there you go. There you go.
That's the shit that I be talking about. Kelli made it seem like that she was supporting her family. No, baby, your mama actually works for you. She works for you. So you're not just giving her money or supporting her. She works for you. And this is why people don't like to mix business and pleasure, because Kelli is looking at it like her mother should do it for her because, you know, she's her mother, right? She basically said that her mother's role is what she has done for her all her life, right? Everything. And when it's time for Kelli to pay her mama, she feels like that she's supporting her. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Baby, you're not supporting nobody. That woman worked for you. Because how do you out of one end of your mouth say that you financially depleted because you're taking care of everybody financially, but your mama is just doing so much work that you don't even have a title for it. You don't even have a title for it. I don't like that. It's like she's just trying to make herself come on the show and present herself like a boss, okay? So then we see the confessional with the t-shirt on, okay? And the her with the t-shirt on is giving bankruptcy realness. It's a family enterprise, boy. It ain't no family enterprise, though. It ain't no family enterprise. She can never be Candy. She like mommy is keeping an eye on her investment, child. Okay? But her with the t-shirt is giving bankruptcy realness. I think that certain girls would have been able to pull this off, but Kelli, baby.
No, you don't. No, you don't. It ain't you. Whoa.
It ain't you. It ain't you.
It ain't you. And it never will be.
It never will be, baby. Certain girls can pull it off, but it ain't you, and it never will be. Everybody can't do everything, and she definitely could not do this. I think that her and her team dropped the ball here. They did not pull it off, and to me, she actually looked dirty. She actually looked dirty, if you ask me. I think that a different hairstyle and jewelry would have made it work, but if I'm being honest, she's just not a girl that I look at for glam and fashion. You get what I'm saying? And y'all don't either. So I don't even know why we having a discourse behind it. Y'all don't look at Kelli for fashion. Y'all don't. So what do we expect? What do we expect? Right, Lolo? She always dropped the ball. Britt could have pulled it off. Britt could have pulled it off. If Porsha did it, y'all would actually love it. I don't think it depends on what the hair look like. Not dirty. She look dirty. Maybe for a taller girl, right? I'm in a new location computer. Now, what's good, Sweska now? She probably would have thrown a blazer on top of maybe a blazer. I do not like her. Me either. The lighting in the confessionals are horrible. It wasn't a good look. She looked like she was going to bed. Yeah, she looked, it didn't know. None of them are fashion girls like they think they don't. You mean she looked bold. She looked, she is so Atlanta, a Tom Ford white tee girl. And thank you, Jerry. And that's the truth. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? She said that she's in a financial bind to where she can't figure it out. Her ex is $50,000 behind on child support. I don't believe her. It's not that I don't believe that he owes her money for child support. That's public record, right? But her saying that she wants to file bankruptcy because she's filing bankruptcy because she's bad with money. And we actually seen it for ourselves, right? Her sitting in a confessional with a $140 t-shirt on tells you that she doesn't know what to do with her money. Because the truth of the matter is, baby, nobody would have known. First of all, it don't even matter that you got on the Tom Ford t-shirt or all white Tom Ford t-shirt. It don't even matter. But the fact that you sitting up there with an all white Tom Ford t-shirt on for $140, baby, is crazy. Because Chloe needs a car. Thank you for the super chat, Rodney Divorce. He said, hey, good boy, I hated her t-shirt looking. Kelli needs to take those 17 purses back she bought for condom Chloe. Oh my God. And catch up on some bills. Rodney Divorce, she can't take them back. She can't take them back because she bought them off the street. She can't take them back because she bought them off the street. Them purses wasn't real. She wasn't opening up no boxes and getting them purses out of no boxes. She can't take them back. She can't take them back unless she got them from a beauty supply. And usually when you go to they can tell you hurry up and buy, and you can't really take nothing back over there, baby. You can't really take nothing back, baby. Okay. I got another super chat. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said Kelli looks homeless. Nene could have pulled it off. Nene could not pull it off. Nene was wearing the white t-shirts with the caftan all the time. Remember Nene? Y'all remember Nene used to always wear the white t-shirt with the blue jeans and the caftan? Ain't that what it's called? The shit that Rachel Zoe be wearing all the time. Okay. But with Kelli, I just think that it's so rich that she tried to come for Britt last year for not showing up as that. Remember, she told her that she didn't show up as that girl because of her donation in Grenada. And here she is trying to file for bankruptcy. Right? I would much rather give the people in Grenada a 4-pack of toilet paper, right? If that's all I can afford, instead of me trying to live above my means and have to file for bankruptcy. And it's so crazy because after just one season on the show, remember Kelli, when we met Kelli last year, she was giving 17 fake purses to her daughter, right? She had a glam squad last year. She was walking around with security everything to make herself seem like she was that girl, and she is not. And she is not. She's not that girl. Thank you for the super chat, Big L. She said, my God, how'd you skip over my super chat? I didn't see the super chat, baby. Big L, thank you for the super chat, but I didn't see your super chat. Oh, here it is. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. Listen, StreamYard, I got this new thing where they light the stuff up and then they don't. I can't explain it to you, but they got this thing where they light the stuff up, and you know, I can't really tell if it's lit up or not sometimes. But I'm so sorry. Thank you for the super chat, Big L88. She said, "You're right. Kelli is a liar and pops too much ish. She looks like Yoshi from Mario Brothers or some Barney character from the 90s. She does. She does. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat, Suez Canal. She said, boy, you was Miss Kelli and her poor ass dogs and those poor ass kids. I felt so bad the girl had to get an Uber X. How dreadful." Now, what? Let me know. I'm not trying to be funny. I thought that the Uber X was like the black cars. What's wrong with a Uber X? Ain't that the black car? Let me know. Ain't Uber X a black car? I don't know. I even remember the viewers discussing her spitting and had their dog up there looking crazy as hell. Right? The dog looked manged. The dog looked like he had mange. And Andy, not even just the viewers, Andy questioned her about it. Okay? Uber X is the money saver. Yes, Uber X is the highest tier. Okay, I thought that was the black car. I thought those were the black cars. Thank you for the super chat, Joe Man. He said Kelli and pot whore too. K and poor whore too, fighting for Center Peach like it comes with the Grammy. Meanwhile, Faye recycling married the medicine scenes again. Girl, we saw this act 4 years ago. Too much Olympics, not enough substance. Thank you for the super chat, Joe Mill. I appreciate it. That dog looked like he had stage 4 cancer. My God. My God. Uber Black is the top tier option. Okay, I thought the Uber thing was a joke. I just want to put my child in a car with anybody. Saving our daughters. How we saving, but I guess now they say the Uber you can request if a man or female pick you up. Okay. When it comes to Kelli filming with her daughters, I know y'all gonna disagree. I think that Kelli should have played it smarter. In what world did she think that she was gonna be able to come on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and bash her kid's daddy on TV and think that he was going to continue to make it easy for her to do so? Right? In what world did she think that was gonna happen? Right? She did not. She's sloppy. She's sloppy. She did not cross her T's and dot her I's. Right? He was not going to make it easy for you to continue to bash him. So he played what game that he had to play. And the girl needs a car. So, yeah, right, Suez Canal. I didn't want to say that, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to I do feel like the girl needs a car. She's in college. She's doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? She in Atlanta. Go get the girl a car. Go get the girl a car. Okay? But I just think that, when it comes to her husband, what did you think the man was going to do? When he said that she was over there saying that he was over there beating on you, cheating on you, you know what I'm saying? All of this other type of stuff. What did you think that he was going to do? Okay? Then the hair and stuff was never combed. All they had was drawstring ponytails in their head. I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying, okay? Now, Kelli is apparently dating a man named Jarvis, okay? Now, Jarvis is an alias. That's not even his real name. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we even entertaining or talking about a man who can't claim her in front of the world? If Kenya did this, let me tell y'all something what y'all do to the pretty bitches. Let me tell y'all what y'all do to the pretty bitches. If Kenya would have did this, y'all would have swear it wasn't no real man. If Kenya would have did this, y'all would have swore it was no real man. The man just doing phone calls. He just calling in. Is he a real man? Or better yet, is he married? He might be married. He might be married that we can't see him. Thank you for the super chat, Tracy Brown. She says she's in all Baltimore. I live here and I make sure I don't fit in. Trifling. Thank you for the super chat. Wait a minute, Kelli is from Baltimore? It figures. Got it. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So we got 2 Chicago girls on the show. We got 2 Baltimore girls on the show. We had 2 Athens girls on the show. What's going on? What's going on? Okay. Now, apparently her and this man has been dating over a year. I don't even know why we care about that because we don't even know the man. Okay. Next, we get a scene with K. Michelle and Dr. Castaigne. Okay. She's at a dinner office. I thought that this was a cute scene with them. It seems like Dr. Castaigne is getting more comfortable on camera, and it was nice to see them like laughing and joking with each other. Now, remember, Dr. Castaigne is a dentist himself, but he says that family and friends make the worst patients. And we've seen K. Michelle just on this show seem like a person who just makes shit up in her head, right? So if I'm Dr. Castaigne, I personally wouldn't do any work on K. Michelle. Because, she just be making stuff up in her head. She probably telling the man what to do and what you're supposed to do. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, okay? Now, they ended up talking about the Dallas trip, and she said that it has been a weird dynamic. And after the Dallas trip, she understood who was in every plot and scheme, okay? And so then we got a flashback to a scene with Phaedra, K. Michelle, and Kelli. And before we get into it, what the fuck is Truly Original doing? What the fuck is Truly Original doing? This is the scene that we want to see, right? This shit over here with Kelli over here crying and shit, I don't want to see that shit. We want to get to the bottom of the plots and the schemes of everything. This is what we want to see, okay? Now, did y'all catch it? K. Michelle backpedaled. K. Michelle backpedaled, okay? Now, when they were sitting down, she said that they were sitting there waiting to confront her, and Phaedra asked too, and she said Porsha and Drew were plotting and poking, and she felt like Phaedra knew about it. That's what she said. That's what she said, and she felt like Phaedra knew about it.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
I said,
You know what I'm saying?
I thought...
No, so, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you?
Now you done fucked up. You done fucked up because last episode, when after breakfast and you walked outside and you was crying, and she said, and I quote, it was something they thought that they was going to address with me at dinner. And Pinky said, who? And she said, Porsha, Phaedra, and Drew, right? And my thing is this, either somebody told you they said it or they didn't. But you can't accuse castmates of these grand plots and schemes against you and then get the dropping names off as we go. It makes you sound unbelievable. It makes you sound paranoid. It makes you sound crazy. It makes you sound crazy. It makes you sound crazy. Okay? Now, Phaedra said that she knew about the black scheme. She knew about the black scheme, but she doesn't know about anything else. And she said that she hasn't asked anyone any questions about K. Michelle. And I don't know if Phaedra meant to use the word scheme. Nevertheless, I do believe that Phaedra and Drew are trying to tie K. Michelle and Black as part of Drew's storyline.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
I believe that. I believe that. And I'm glad that K. Michelle actually clocked it because it makes Drew look stupid. Because Black is Drew's storyline, right? And Black is the only thing that she has talked about all season. And so I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell. I believe that. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He say no money, business failing, no fashions, can't show your children car wins, low dump you, and can't even claim your current main. Get Kelli off the show. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. Jerry, you ate that one, baby. You ate that one. Sometimes you be lost in the sauce, but that one, baby, you ate that one. I got to give it up to you. Not Carl wins, no.
Come on, give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
You ate that one. You ate that one. What's good, Rob J? What's good, Dina? Okay, so let me see. What's good, B. Spencer? What's good, everybody? Okay, what's good? What's good? Kimmy Faye, what's good? K. Michelle is grasping that straw. No, she. Okay, now this is what I don't like. This is the shit that I don't like. K. Michelle says that she's willing to deal with Phaedra because she knows when to say, I'm not in it. And she knows when to tap out. And it turns me on, not to play with me.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Girl, shut the fuck up. In the words of Rachel Zoe, baby, you can't be the victim and the bully. You can't be the victim. You can't be the victim and the bully. You can't be around here screaming and barking at the wall, afraid to speak your mind, right? And turns out the person you thought was plotting and scheming against you actually wasn't. And instead of you being a woman and apologizing for calling it wrong, you want to stand in it like you this big bad bitch. You can't do that, mama. You can't do that, mama. And it's not honorable. You should have apologized to Phaedra for calling it wrong and tying her into some bullshit. And you should have conveyed that in confessional. Well, maybe Phaedra wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Phaedra didn't have nothing to do with it. I called it wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's what real bitches do. That's what real bitches do. But you making it seem like that, you know, she jumped off like you punked her or something and she jumped off of a plot. If they was plotting on you, they plotted on you. But you can't take it off. You can't take it away, mama. I don't respect that. Thank you for the super chat, Brian. What's good? He said, I've been waiting on this review because boy, the little habit is whack. Kelli made that man up. You can't show your kids or your life. Get off the show. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Baby, tell them okay? Speaking of the scene, this is the scene that we wanted to see, right? And my thing is, if I'm Kelli and I'm sitting right here next to Phaedra, baby, we get into the bottom of this married man that you and Porsha know that I'm sleeping with, baby. Tell me his name. Who is the man that I'm sleeping with? No, you didn't say I was sleeping with a married man, but you said that you know of him. So, bitch, who is the nigga that she talking about? I'm pressing Phaedra. Because when she was on the bus, Phaedra act like that she knew what was going down. Yeah, she know him. Girl, who is he? Y'all not about to speak on me? Thank you for the super chat, Tasha Del Rey. She say, hi, Andrew. On Watch My Happens Live, Andy said, Kay asked Bravo not to mention them. Ain't no rumor. They all agreed. Andy said that Kay really brought up the rumor anyway. Why? Thank you for the super chat, Tasha D, because she grasping at straws. We're going to talk about it. Okay? Next, we get a scene with Phaedra. Let me get a picture. I got the picture. Hold on. Shout out to Desiree for making me be great, baby, because, you know, I said F them pictures for a minute, but she said, we need the pictures. You do. And it made me remember a lot more when I had a picture, okay? Phaedra, Angela, Porsha, and Drew. Phaedra and Angela was there first. And Phaedra says that since Angela saves her from the wild horse, this could become a start of a friendship. And then she shades Angela by saying that she looks more young and she looks more youthful. She looks more young and she looks more youthful.
Wow.
It can be.
Really?
Baby, it's so funny to me that the unfortunate looking girls like Phaedra be coming for people's looks. And this is the thing for me. This be that fake shit that I don't like. If Angela looked old when y'all was beefing, then she needs to look old when y'all are friends. Right? I can't stand no bitch that wait until they get into it with you to try to tell you the truth. If she looked old when y'all was beefing, then she needs to look old when y'all friends.
Yes, I don't do that fake.
That's that fake shit. That's that fake shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel if I feel a certain type of way about you when we friends, it should be no surprise that I feel this certain type of way about you when we beefing. Okay? I don't like that because y'all be lying and babysitting people's egos. Thank you for the super chat. AC say I wonder if Kate Michelle playing the long game with Phaedra, low key been leaving Porsha to the wolves all season, all while calling her loose in a confessional. Yes, she has. Yes, she has. And you know, and I'm just being real with you. Ace, if the way that you know Porsha was looking at, I don't know if y'all caught it, but Porsha was looking at Phaedra a certain type of way when they were sitting at the table. Because I think that Porsha felt like, and I'm just telling you, not Porsha felt like if I'm Porsha, I feel like that you gave Kay Michelle the floor to come at me the way that she coming at me in your motherfucking house. It's giving Monique, Oprah, and Alfred Woodard. If y'all know, y'all know. Oh Jesus, right? It's giving Monique, Oprah, and Alfred Woodard because Monique claimed that Alfred Woodard told her, "Baby, you at my house. You can say whatever you need to say to Oprah at my house. You got the floor, baby." That's what it sounded like to me. That she told her, "Baby, at my house, you got the." We're gonna see it. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna talk. Okay. Now, Angela's daughter Arlie is a model. She's cute enough. She looks like Angela, and she's tall, so I can see that. And she's walking in New York Fashion Week for the third time. Okay. Now, Phaedra said that she's having a Soundbath event later on in the week, and before the event, she wants to get to the end of this alleged plot against Kay Michelle. Okay. Now, she shared that a couple of days prior that she went to a pottery class with Kay Michelle and Kelli, and that Kay Michelle feels like a scheme is being set up to embarrass her and humiliate her. But she claimed that it was coming from Porsha and Drew. Okay. She said that K. Michelle failed to elaborate, but she believes someone is definitely telling her something. And Porsha said maybe it's the voices that's in her head.
No, you.
Okay. Okay. Do I think that somebody is telling K. Michelle something? I don't know if I believe that somebody is telling her something. I personally would have been able to deduce from the scenario on that bus that Porsha went back and told Drew something about Black, just by the way that Porsha asked her, you don't know him? Wait, you don't know him? Because remember she told, you know what I'm saying? You don't know him? I would have been able to deduce that she went back and told Drew something, right? And my thing is K. Michelle is not crazy. I'm still trying to figure out why y'all are having a hard time putting together that Porsha and Drew are trying to try this girl to Black. It's not hard to figure out. I'm still lost that y'all not picking up on it. I think that y'all are looking at it. I think that y'all are looking at it like just because Drew brought it up to her one time. Right? But it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. Thank you for the super chat, Keep Me Face. She said RHOA is turning to Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Too many storylines outside of the show being brought up, and Kelli gives straight Muppet vibes with her look. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. She tied herself to Black. She said that the man was in her DM. I get that. I understand that she said that the man was in her DM. However, he was in my DM, but we're not about to use it as no storyline. He was in my DM, but we're not about to use it as no storyline. We're not about to use it as no storyline. Thank you for the super chat, Miss Mona. She said you can't beat someone's imagination. If they believe it in their mind, it's just as good as true. That's the truth. Thank you for the super chat, Miss Mona. I appreciate it. Okay. Now, do I think that Porsha is trying to do something malevolent by trying to connect K. Michelle to Black? No, I don't think that, right? I just think that she's trying to produce a show and move the storyline along. And I think that K. Michelle is making it bigger than what it actually is. However, I do understand K. Michelle not wanting to be tied to another man as a married woman, right? I'm trying to love them through it, right? I do understand her not wanting to be tied to another man as a married woman, but that argument goes out the window when you do it yourself, right? That argument that you got goes out the window when you're doing it yourself, but we're going to talk about that later.
I'm going to talk about this again before I leave here.
Talk about that again before I leave here. What's good, Gigi? Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay. Porsha said that she's been trying to hold K. Michelle down like a big sister, and she is no longer going to hold her hand. I do think that Porsha was trying to usher in and show K. Michelle the ropes of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We have seen nothing from Porsha but positivity when it comes to K. Michelle, and anyone saying anything different is just lying. But the way that K. Michelle has been behaving on this show since the first episode, I told y'all, has been giving me pause. As soon as they started arguing and she went outside, I said, maybe it's something up with her. It's something up with her. And I think that Porsha misread the game that K. Michelle was playing, but I didn't. And I knew what she was trying to do. See, I lived. It takes some of y'all the time, you know what I'm saying, a while to catch up, but I'll be seeing shit. Okay? But we good. We good, okay? Next, we got Porsha. Okay? Porsha at the house with her mama, Pilar, Lauren, and Bailey. Remember, Bailey is Lauren's daughter, okay? Now, while Pilar and Bailey are in the room playing, Porsha shared with her mama and Lauren that Mike flew to Dallas to be her date for Cynthia's gala, and he was bonding with the men, okay? Now, check this out. She said that after the gala, some of the men came back to the house, and they asked Mike, was he coming back to the house? And Porsha said, those are y'all husbands. I'm not about to be laid up with no man on no girl's trip.
Bitch, you better be joking.
Bitch, you better be joking. You better be joking. Wasn't you laid up with Bolo on the girl's trip? Wasn't you laid up with Bolo on the girl's trip? Wasn't you laid up with girls on the girl's trip? Wasn't you laid up with Toya and Tanya on the girl's trip? Wasn't you laid up with Toya and Tanya on the girls' trip? Because they said that Toya ate your pussy, baby, and she threw up. Yes, baby. Yes, Miss. One of you bitches is eating me tonight. Miss, one of you bitches is eating me tonight. Again, this is an example of Porsha not giving us the real because she wants to present herself a certain type of way on camera. But baby, that's what I'm saying, baby. We don't forget.
Playing in my mother face. I hate that.
Stop playing in my motherfucking face. You have been laid up on a girls trip before with niggas. You lay up with niggas on the girl. You lay up with niggas and bitches on girls trips. You do. You do. Who said that? Somebody said she was at a bachelorette party. Good boy. She wasn't at no bachelorette. Tokyo. She wasn't at no bachelorette party when she brought that Mexican man back to the house in Miami. She had a bachelorette party then? When she wasn't married when she brought Todd over there to Hawaii. She wasn't married to Todd when she brought Todd. What I'm saying is, listen. The girls have been on big girls trips before with niggas that they was laid up with and they wasn't married. So now all of a sudden she got standards. You brought Todd over there to your house to Hawaii with you. Remember the one that she was trying to get a baby up with? You brought him with you to Hawaii. Baby, you brought the Mexican man. You brought a Mexican man off the street in Miami and brought him straight over to the house and was over there laid up with him. You know what I'm saying? Girl, don't do that. Don't do that. We're telling the real, baby. You lay up with men on girls' trips, girl. Quit trying to make yourself seem like you something special. You get what I'm saying? We know you, Porsha. No shade. Hold on, y'all. StreamYard messing up. Give me 1 second. But we know you, Porsha. We know you. It ain't nothing new, baby. We know you. We've been on you for a long motherfucking time now, and we know that you lose.
You nasty.
But girl, I ain't laying up with no man on no girl's trip. Girl, when did that stop you before? When did that stop you before? Thank you for the super chat, JW. He said, baby look like she's been making gravy from scratch with Logan. My God. My God. Now JW, don't do that now. That's a little baby fat. Don't do that. I love my people. My people. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said it was during the pandemic. That doesn't count. Says who? Says who? Says who? It don't count. It counts, baby. It counts. Everything counts. Baby, it was on camera. It was on camera. It counts. Okay? Now we deleting whole facts. Now we could delete whole facts if we didn't see them in front of the world. Delete whole facts. You could delete whole facts if you didn't see them in front of the world. No face, no case. Not only was it a face, was it a case, baby, there was cameras around. There was cameras around. There was microphones on. And we heard Porsha say, one of you bitches is eating me tonight. And the worst part about it, it was any bitch. And she didn't even care who it was. Any bitch could have ate her pussy that night as long as it got ate. What type of horse says that? Thank you for the super chat, Dina. She said, I guess the Princess of Thoughtlandia is trying to do a rebrand. It ain't work. It ain't working. She won't be able to do it. She won't be able to do it. Okay? My thing is, everything that follows from here on out with Porsha's storyline with her, Mike, and Sway, to me, I think it's bullshit. I don't think that it's real. She said that Mike Dealbreaker is wanting to have a baby, and she can't say 100% yes that she wants to have another baby. Now, did y'all know when they got to talking bulldagging, Miss Diane got up and leave? Did y'all notice that? Did y'all notice that?
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Did y'all clock that T? When Porsha got ready to start talking about bulldagging, baby, Miss Diane got up and said, baby, y'all not about to be talking about no bulldaggers in front of me. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I can play with the girls and all of this. So let me go in the room and play with the girls because we're not about to be talking about no bulldaggers in front of me. Now, I wonder how Miss Diane treat. I wonder how Miss Diane treat Bailey. How y'all think she treat Bailey? Y'all think she treat her good? Y'all think she treat her good? Or is she in her ear? Because, I believe that Miss Diane was in Porsha's ear about Shamia. You know what I'm saying? But I wonder if she in that girl's ear about Bailey. You know what I'm saying? Girl, don't keep your dogs over here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure she don't. Diane give me that type. Shout out to Miss Diane though. Okay. Now apparently Porsha and Mike, they hadn't talked for a couple of days, and he sent a mariachi band over to the house. She never told us why they stopped talking. However, when the mariachi band showed up and was performing, Dennis just popped up out of the blue, and she said that Dennis did the Kanye and moved closer to her, and she could throw a rock at his house. Okay. Porsha keep on emphasizing that if she tells Mike that she doesn't want a baby, it's a deal breaker. And this is her overacting and trying to sell to us that, that they're going to break up if she tells him she don't want a baby. And she's trying to make it clear to us. Mike ain't nothing but a hired actor, baby. Mike ain't nothing but a hired actor. Dina say, Diane, Bailey, go in there and get me a Coke. Now she putting the girl to work. Yeah, that's how I do, Kayla. I ain't even lying to you. That's how I do, Kayla. Girl, bye. Get on up out of here, girl. Well, what you doing? Don't you think that you ought to be in here cleaning up something? I don't know. Anyway, apparently Sway wants a baby, but Porsha feels like that Sway can have the baby. So Porsha is literally standing on the reason that she doesn't want to be with Mike and have a baby with Mike is because she just got her body done, right? But she's willing to have a baby with Sway because she doesn't have to carry the baby, and Sway can carry the baby. And it just doesn't make sense because if Mike was this perfect guy, not that she's saying that he's perfect, but she's just saying that that's the deal breaker. They could still have a baby. She just doesn't have to. She don't have to carry it, right? They can still have a baby. And I'm just offended. I think that I'm just offended at how dumb Porsha thinks that the audience is, right? I'm just offended at how dumb she thinks that the Bravo audience is, that she could just say this little stupid shit to us and we supposed to buy it. Girl, this is a fake storyline. It's a fake storyline. Okay? Next we get Shamina. Oh my God. Next we get Shamina. Y'all, I actually think that Shamina is a beautiful woman. I think that she's pretty dependent on the hairstyle that she has. She looks really, really good with this bob in her head. And she looks good with the short hair sometimes, but sometimes it'd be a miss depending on what. I don't know what it probably be the outfits that she be wearing. I think that she cute. When the girls, I forgot to say it, when the girls didn't have on no makeup, Shamia looks flawless. If I have to, I want to say with the girls with no makeup on, Shamia ate all of the girls up. All the way. Shamia was the best looking person at the table with that when I walked in, when nobody had on their makeup. Okay, now Shamia is at Shadina's office meeting Kelli. Okay, and as soon as Kelli comes in, guess what Shamia started doing? Crying.
Oh.
As soon as she walked into the door, baby. Shamia started crying. I'm sick of it. Every time I look up, she got a. Okay. Now, Shamia said that she's meeting with her new surrogate because she only has one male embryo left, and she has to be sure in case it doesn't take because they already had 5 failed transfers. Okay. Now, my question is, how many of the failed transfers were through Shadina's consulting company? Right? And I am confusion. The sound not going in and out. I was just quiet for a minute because I didn't want to say what I really wanted to say. Okay? But, how Is Shadina the only surrogate consulting firm in Atlanta? Is Shadina the only surrogate consulting firm in Atlanta? Because I doubt that she is. And even if so, Shamina, you live in a $9 million house, bitch. You can find another consultant. You can find another consultant. You can go and use the ones that the Kardashians use. You can. And to be honest, let me just tell y'all, I don't fuck with Shadina at all. I don't fuck with Shadina. I think that she's crooked. I think that she's a snake. I'm sorry.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
I think that she's a snake. I think that Shadina, in her 40s and being a surrogate specialist, knew goddamn well she was too old to be trying to carry a baby when she carried Shiloh, right? But because Shamia and Gerald got money and they was willing to pay top dollar, she took the job. She took the job and she carried the baby because she wanted to be the one holding the bag at the end of the pregnancy. And we all know what happened after, you know, when she dropped the baby. Right? We all know what happened, right? Then, so that's strike number one that gave me pause with Shadina, right? Number two was that she literally bought a girl off the street last year to try to carry a baby for them. She literally bought a girl off the street. Baby, the girl had sweat stains under her arms on camera. Good boy, just move on. Just move on. That's easy for you to say, Erica, the author. You're not raising Shiloh. What do you mean? And that's no shade. That's no shade. I'm just being real. I'm not trying to be shady. I'm not trying to be shady. I'm not. I'm just saying, y'all keep on saying, move on, move on. We can't get over it, baby. We can't. She bought a girl off the street last year. She bought losing Isaiah's mama on the show last year talking about she's about to carry a baby. Girl, we knew that embryo wasn't about to take. I ain't ever been inside a vagina before, and I knew that girl couldn't have no baby. I knew that girl couldn't have no baby. I told y'all when it said that shit ain't gonna take. That girl can't carry no baby. That girl can't hold no baby. Okay? And so I don't trust Shadina. I don't trust Dr. Jackie. Y'all know I don't trust Dr. Jackie. And I don't trust their business practices. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. Okay? Shamina is doing all of this crying in this scene, and she is trying to do it in the confessional, and I'm just not buying it. I feel like that she is trying to pull it out with heartstrings so the audience can like her, right? She act like a wounded bird, like feel sorry for me. All in her tagline. I'm gonna be my own best friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm not buying it, Shamia. It's girls. I don't like it. I don't like it. And she even. This was the first. This is the first time I ever seen this. Let me know in the chat if it's not the first. Put a 1 in the chat if it's the first time you ever seen it. It's the first time I ever seen it. She was trying to cry so hard that she got up from the confessional chair and said that I just need a moment.
Girl,
you ain't doing all that now, girl. Can we have real talk, girl? That's the first. Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if that was your first time seeing it. Girl, you ain't doing all that now. When you just crying, so let me get up. I need a moment. Girl. Shit. I don't see no ones. Who else y'all seen walk off? Let me know. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, I don't understand why she is crying. Is it because Gerald Dusty C can't fertilize the egg, or that she doesn't want a special baby like shop? Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. Baby, listen. Thank you for the super chat, Monique King. She said, Shadina probably making a transfer fail, more money. My God. You're right, Monique King. I won't put nothing past Shadina. I won't put nothing past her. Thank you for the super chat, Q. He said, I feel bad for tears just a little bit. Gerald is going to leave her. And why is nobody questioning his 62-year-old swimmers? If he wants the boy, go adopt and stop playing at that puppy farm. My God, thank you for the super chat, Q. Thank you for the super chat, Rodney. He said Shadina had a drug addict last year on payroll. She gave Shamia special needs, which nothing is wrong with that daughter, and Shamia is back in her office for a third time. Baby! Right, baby. Listen, wrap this shit up. Who? Let's be real. I'm sorry. Let's have real talk. Let's have real talk, okay? Then Shadina just girl, we're not at Shadina yet? I'm sorry. Oh, we'll be back. We'll get to Shadina in a minute, okay? So then she started going to she's still over here talking to Kelli, and she started talking about wanting, what her exact words was, she wanted to pursue acting. And Gerald was okay with it, but now he doesn't want her having intimate scenes on camera with other men because it makes him uncomfortable, right? And so Kelli tells her, you have a life outside of Gerald. You have a life outside of Gerald, and you do have a career.
Bitch, where? That was B-I-H. Bitch, where?
Bitch, where? What does she do? What does she do? If she had a career in acting, baby, she wouldn't have said pursuing acting. She would have said, I'm an actress and my husband has a problem with it. She said, I'm pursuing acting because she's just getting into it. She does not have a career in acting, Kelli. Y'all be so fake positive. Y'all be so girl. Okay? I'm not trying to be funny. It doesn't seem like Shamil wants to be married to Gerald. Right? It seems like that she likes what he can provide because it puts her a notch above Porsha, but she doesn't like what he requires of her, right? She doesn't want another baby. She want to be able to act and stuff. She doesn't really want to be with him. And she really, I think that's why she wants to have her own. And with being in Atlanta with Gerald Money, she can make herself seem like she's that girl when she isn't with his money, but she wants her own. And if she had her own money, she would not be with Gerald. And I can guarantee you, she would not be with Gerald. What's good, Nene? The long-suffering wife. Yeah, if she had her own money, she would not be with Gerald. She would leave that nigga tomorrow. Okay? Now, Shadina comes in. Shadina comes in, right? She hugs them. And then she asks Shamia, where's Gerald? He doesn't come and see me anymore. Girl, after what you done gave me.
I will not. When you get out, you want somebody.
Girl, after what you done gave me, and you talking about how come I don't come see you no more?
I will not. When you get out, you want somebody.
Girl, you lucky you still living. You lucky you still living from what you done did to these people. Why I don't come and see you no more, girl? Because, girl, if I see you, I get to choking your motherfucking ass, girl. I get to see you, girl, and just get the windmilling. Girl, tears just start. I just stare at your ass for 5 minutes, and girl, just get the windmilling. Girl, what you mean? Go on, girl, go on now. Girl, go on now. Well, you don't let me see me no more. Girl, if you don't get your ass on up out of here. Girl, refund. Girl, please. What? I ain't did nothing. I'm sorry. I okay? Next we get Kelli. Hold on. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Next we get the dirty little hobbit. Okay. She had a short scene with Chloe on camera. She attempted to give her the talk on camera. To me, Bravo would not get that from me. To me, certain things with teenagers are off limits, and I think that teenagers' sex lives and stuff like that should be off camera, especially since they're new to it, right? And so I just don't like those conversations on cameras with our children. I don't like those conversations on camera with our children because, again, the Bravo fan base don't forget anything. And so I just don't like that, you know, these conversations are being had on camera, okay? Kelli came up with a college agreement for Chloe and the expectations she has for her while she's in college. I do think that Kelli is a good mother to Chloe. I seen it this season. I mean, we haven't got that many episodes, but with last season too, I think that she's a good mother to Chloe. Chloe asked for a car. She told her no, but she has another surprise for her. Hopefully it's not a scooter.
Where is your scooter? Where is it?
Hopefully it's not a scooter. But Kelli, girl, you supposed to be that girl and showing up as that girl, and your daughter needs a car, baby. I want her to have a car by the end of the season. Right? Chloe needs a car. Chloe needs to be in a car by the end of the season. Now, it don't got to be no Porsche like Riley. It don't got to be no Porsche like Riley. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she could get something used or something. But she needs a car by the end of the season. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, Shamia never at home, always out drinking. That's how shallow egg. Oh my God, scrambled from the alcohol, baby. Y'all are vicious. Thank you for the super chat, Latina2436. She said Shamia is stressed because she knows having a son was part of their agreement. Gerald is planning to leave her, and Shamia knows it. Leave her? Leave her? Wow. Y'all think that he gonna leave her? Okay. Next we get Porsha over here with Sway. People say that Sway look good. I don't see it, y'all. I'm not, it's I don't see it. I don't. I'm sorry. You know, I don't know. In no shade. I don't mean to be, you know, it's just I like real niggas. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. You know, I just can't look at, I just can't, you know, it's a track runner. She's a stud. I can't think of her name right now, but she went to LSU. Now that's a good looking stud. You get what I'm saying? But I don't like no smiling ass studs and shit. You know what I'm saying? No happy go lucky. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Okay. Anyway, Porsha goes to and have dinner with Sway at a speakeasy. I've never been to a speakeasy. Have you ever been to a speakeasy? I've never been to a speakeasy before. I'm gonna have to go and look one up. But Porsha said that she met Sway 8 to 10 years ago. Okay. Now, apparently, when she had met Sway, Dennis had messed up, and Porsha ended up sleeping with Sway.
You a motherfucking liar. You knew that?
Right? So Dennis messed up. She ended up sleeping with Sway. Did y'all catch that? Put a 3 in the chat if you caught it. You know I caught it. Fuck with me. You know I caught it. So Dennis messed up. She ended up sleeping with Sway. And then she ghosted Sway after she messed with her because she wasn't sure if she was ready to explore dating a woman. That's what you heard? Oh, baby, that's exactly what I heard. And I'm here to show y'all better put the phones down. Nope, you missed that. Baby, you got it. Put a 3 in the chat. Put the 3s in the chat, baby. Y'all better put the phones down. Porsha slept with Sway 8 to 10 years ago. Yes, baby. Yes. Thank you for the super chat, Rodney the Voice. He said, I do believe Shamia is stressed because Gerald will leave her if she can't give him a prince or king. Y'all think that he gonna leave her? Yes, my God, I hope not. Oh, Shamia. Thank you for the super chat. Good boy, did you see Shamia? Thank you for the super chat, Brian. Did you see Shamia dancing for Candy? I did not. 3s across the board. Thank you. Oh, I missed it. See, y'all didn't catch that. See, yes, baby. She definitely, I'm on my phone. I can't put it down. She definitely, no, it's a reason, baby. She definitely said that she slept with Sway about 8 to 10 years ago, and she ghosted her. Yes. Y'all better stop. Y'all better put them phones down. Okay. And then she said that she ghosted because she wasn't sure she was ready to explore dating a woman. And that's kind of the story of LGBTQ life, right? Some people of the same sex will sleep with you, but they don't want to really commit to a relationship with you if you're the person of the same, you know what I'm saying? Or to the person of the same sex like that. But they will sleep with you, right? Now, I wonder if Sway is the first stud that Porsha has been with. Because up until this point, we only seen Porsha with other lipstick lessons. We haven't seen her with no stud, but she was with this girl probably 8 to 10 years ago. Okay. Now Sway asked if Porsha seen herself being in a relationship with a woman for the rest of her life. Porsha did not answer the question, so the answer is no. I think that Porsha is using this for a storyline, and that's really all I gotta say, y'all. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Okay. Sway asked Porsha, did she have baby daddy drama? She said, no, but bitch, you just told us that he pulled the Kanye and moved closer to you. And he just be popping up. That is the definition of baby daddy drama to me, right? Because to me, depending on how much drama you got with your baby daddy or your mom or your baby mama will determine how will fuck with you or not. You get what I'm saying? I can't, you know, some people make baby daddies and baby mamas and stuff be crazy or whatever, and people be ending up dead. You get what I'm saying? I'll be watching on YouTube. I love to watch the crimes. You know what I'm saying? And people be crazy. And so, no, I don't want to do it. Thank you for the super chat. Jerry, he say, Sway got the money for the kitty and the kitty for the money. And the kitty for the kitty. My God. Oh, Jesus. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay? Is that it? Okay. So now we're at Phaedra's Healing Waters event. Okay, now this is the, oh my God, I've been talking for an hour already. Good, baby, time show flies when you're having fun. That's what they say. Okay, so let's go. We got to break this all the way down, baby. We got to break this all the way down. Okay, now Phaedra said that she has been a Reiki master for 3 years.
Sheree, do you hear this lie?
Do you hear this lie? She's been a Reiki master for 3 years, and she also plays a healing flute. Okay, So Cynthia showed up, but she has to leave early because she got a plane to catch. You know, she a friend of. She said, look, I done gave y'all 3 good episodes. Y'all could be able to get this shit on without me, okay? Now, Porsha shows up. Porsha shows up with a replica of the bathing suit that Phaedra wore with the fishnets in it. And Kenya redid it too. So she showed up with that, okay? Drew comes in looking cute with her wedding wavy. Cynthia tells her that she's been getting better every day with being late with her time blindness. And that she has only been late for the gala, okay? Now, remember last week, they said that when Drew showed up late to the event, they said that she had a headache. So she showed up late to the event. She didn't want to ride in the bus with everybody else because she had a headache. Now she's saying that she thinks that her lateness was warranted because she almost got into a tussle.
Don't you guys? I know, Danielle.
I told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all? She didn't have no headache, baby. She was punk puss. She was punk puss. Again, if you let a person talk long enough, the truth will come out. You didn't come to the gala on time, baby, because you was punk puss and you was scared of K. Michelle in that car on that bus ride. And you probably was calling HR. Because when they said that you had your headache, baby, you was around there. You didn't take no nap. You was around there screaming happy birthday to your mama, to the pastor, right? You probably was calling HR. Because I be hearing the buzzwords that you be saying and stuff, Drew. See, Drew is lame to me. She a pretty girl, but she lame. And I've been telling y'all about that because she was making comments about K. Michelle last week talking about she's alive. She's alive. That's classic HR. Classic HR. She's alive. Thank you for the super chat 5'9", Nikki. She said Kelly's daughter might not be able to have a car because she's a freshman. Some colleges don't allow it. Well, I went to PV. We were allowed to have cars. We were allowed to have cars. At our HBCU, and we had a freshman parking lot too. Okay? Then we got K. Michelle. K. Michelle over here riding with Pinky. Okay? K. Michelle's over here riding with Pinky, baby. I don't care what y'all say, baby. I love me some Big Pink, baby. I stand me some Big Pink. I fuck with Big Pink. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Okay? She ride with Big Pink. Big Pink said that she had on a bathing suit underneath her outfit because Porsha said, Phaedra, the invitation said to dress like you're going to the pool. Okay? K. Michelle says that her ass is on fire. And she tells Pinky that the doctor told her that she couldn't get into the water. Girl, I would hope not. Did the doctor have to tell you that you couldn't get in the water? Thank you for the super chat, Rodney. He said, I said that she was scared of Kimberly and calling Allison. Right. Because I think, see, Drew, thank you for the super chat, Rodney. And see, this is what I'm saying. I knew that Drew be pulling that stuff because Drew think we can't fight on camera. So I can walk up, and I knew that she was only doing stuff like that. She thought they could fight on camera when she walked up on Sheree. She knew that they couldn't fight on camera, so let me just play it because they're not going to really let us get the fight on these cameras. Girl gone. Okay? So the truth ended up coming out, okay? K. Michelle said that she got a call from her ex, Nosh. Now, we have to break it down, okay? Now, here is K. Michelle connecting herself to another man as a married woman, right? As Megan Thee Stallion says, you do the shit that you put on the next bitch, right? These are the rules that K. Michelle made up. Don't be connecting me to no man, another man as a married woman. So she breaking up her own rules. You breaking your own rules because you are now connecting yourself to another man as a married woman. And it makes it even worse because this is a man that you have slept with. At least with Black, you didn't do nothing with Black, allegedly. But this is a man that you actually have slept with. So you breaking your own rules, okay? She said they talked about a lot of things, and he confessed to her that he deals with Porsha. Right? He deals with Porsha.
Okay, they best friends.
They fucking. That's what they mean when they say they deal with.
Okay, they best friends.
They fucking. Thank you for the super chat, Rodney. He said, no shade, and I love me some Kimberly, but if she got in the pool with all that leaking shit, she got leaking she has going on, I would have hopped out expeditiously. Baby, thank you for the super chat, Rodney, the voice. Baby, listen, the leaking and the smell. I ain't gonna say nothing else. It was too easy. Rodney set me up. You know what I'm saying? Baby, I'm not trying to be, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to, I'm not getting in no water with a motherfucking sardine. I'm just saying, she said it, not me. She put the sardines on it last episode, not me. Okay? Okay. Now, wait a minute. What did I say? What was I at? Okay. Yeah, they deal with each other. So again, here she is speaking on another woman's vagina, right? You do the shit that you put on the next bitch, right? You are speaking on another woman's vagina, K. Michelle. You are. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Okay? K. Michelle said that she asked Nosh, did he like Porsha? And he said, no, I don't want her. And that she tried to take him in public, but he wouldn't go. And then K. Michelle said, of course, he's African, right? And so K. Michelle says, why not just tell me? I don't care. That's weird. That's small, but it's so fucking weird. More power to the both of y'all, but don't have me in the friend group while you pop locking and dropping it on someone's sausage that I used to be with. Again, she is speaking on another woman's vagina. She is speaking on Porsha's vagina, right? She said that's not a friend because as a friend, I would have told her about the feet. So apparently, Nosh came to her house and put his feet on her counters, right? He came and put her feet on the counter, so that's what she means when she said, you know, I would have told you about the feet, okay? Now, Pinky asked K. Michelle, is Porsha dating her ex? And K. Michelle says, I'm going to let her tell on what she does because what I don't do is talk on another woman's vagina.
Too late.
All right. Well, let's
Too late. Too late. It's too late. You already did it when you said that she was pop locking and dropping on somebody's sausage. You already did it when you said that she was dealing with another man. You had already talked about it. And see, the thing is, when I was raised and I was brought up on principle that if I feel like there's something that's wrong, no matter what you do to me, right, I'm not going to do it to you. No matter what you do to me, right? If I feel like something is wrong, no matter what you do to me, I'm not going to do it. And so K. Michelle ain't standing on bit. You know what I'm saying? She ain't standing on principle. If you feel like that it's wrong to be talking on women's vaginas or to be speaking on women's vaginas, then you're not supposed to do it either. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? But see, a lot of people don't stand on principle because people be doing stuff or be crying when other people be doing stuff, but then they go and do the same shit. Okay? So all of the women ended up showing up to the event. Kelli seems to be upset about something. She didn't go into detail about it, but she just said that she's drained. Okay? Now, most of the women, I forgot to get a picture of Shamina. Who cares about Shamina, right? Most of the women are on air mattresses, right? They're on air mattresses. Y'all know air mattresses. The ones that Phaedra and Apollo was fucking on when he had the ankle monitor on his ankle when he was in a project.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Right? Do y'all remember that? Or y'all gonna tell me I'm wrong again? Put an 8 in the chat if you remember Phaedra was going over there to the project to sleep with Apollo on the air mattress. Put an 8 on the chat if you've been here since day one. Matter of fact, put a 7 in the chat. We learned that season 7. Put a 7 in the chat if you remember Phaedra was going down there to the projects and sleeping with Apollo on the air mattress. Yes, baby. Yes. Or y'all telling me I made that up too? So, yes, she was going to the hood. Yes, she was going to the hood sleeping on the air mattress with Apollo. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Thank you for the super chat, Colleen Keeney. She said, shout out to Gabor and cousin Rodney, the Alley Cats Owl, and the cousins. What's good? Thank you for the super chat, Colleen. I appreciate it. Okay? So now all of the women are on the air mattress, the ones that can get in the water. And Richie B, what's good? She said, did she get pregnant on the air mattress? Now, wouldn't that be sweet justice if she got pregnant on the air mattress and then we see Aiden out there helping the women with an air mattress? Sweet justice. Sweet justice. Aiden is out here helping the women on what he was conceived on. Wow. Full circle moment, right? Look at God. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Yes, he can, baby. He can do all things, baby. Okay? Now, all of the women are on an air mattress, and Shamia's is starting to deflate. Okay? Now, this could have been a simple malfunction, right? But if I'm Shamia, right? If I'm Shamia, you telling me that out of everybody here, it just so happened that Porsha's closest ally put me on an air mattress, her ex-best friend, and it's supposed to be a simple malfunction? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no way that y'all would make, listen, if I'm Shamia, there's no way y'all will make me believe that. There is no way y'all will make me believe that, and I will be willing to die on that hill by myself that these bitches tried to get me. I would have grabbed my shit. I would have grabbed my shit, and I would have left screaming.
These motherfuckers, I swear, they tried to kill your favorite bitch. They tried to fucking kill me. I'm not going down without a motherfucking fight.
They tried to kill. They tried to kill your favorite bitch. They tried to kill me. These motherfuckers tried to kill me. Girl, ain't no way. But girl, Shamil, you gotta learn how to, baby, you gotta learn how to feel a thing. Them girls are trying to kill you, bitch. Y'all talking about a plot. Y'all talking about a plot. Girl, please. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way y'all would have made me believe that they didn't do that on purpose to me. Ain't no way y'all would have made, no, not me. Okay? So anyways, the women ended up meditating and then they ended up having dinner afterwards, okay? Now, after dinner, K. Michelle said that she wanted to address the plots that was on her, right? And so Angela shares that she mentioned Shamia's names and K. Michelle denounced it, but that's what she thought and she owned it. And salute to Angela for owning up to her, to getting it wrong. Salute to Angela. Salute, okay? Hold on, let me see something. Don't I got a picture of this? I think I got a picture of this. Give me 1 second. You do the shit that you put on the next bitch. Let me see. I do got a picture. Where we at? Kay, okay? Kay. Okay? So Kay shares that someone told her that Porsha, Phaedra, and Drew was trying to get information on her, okay? Porsha says, I just would have preferred you to simply say that you're not someone I want as a friend, because I'm sure you can see that I was trying to be a friend to you. Right? That's what Porsha said. I'm sure you can see that I was trying to be a friend to you. And those are facts. Those are facts. And again, anybody denying that Porsha was trying to be a friend to K. Michelle is lying. Porsha was literally handling this girl with kid gloves. Okay? So K. Michelle says, you have to understand, my first encounter was with you sitting down telling another woman she slept with someone at the BET Awards that threw me for a loop. Then I came out the hospital and you burst out and say you had a miscarriage. And Porsha said, okay, K. Michelle. And Kay says, why can't I be heard? And Porsha said, because you're set on not understanding. And K. Michelle said, I'm understanding, but I'm breaking it down and I'm telling you the way I feel, the way that I feel. I think that this is bullshit. Okay, first of all, if Kelli had spoke about Porsha and whatever Porsha did to married men, and Porsha got back at Kelli, that's their motherfucking business, right? If K. Michelle felt the way about it and all of a sudden wanted to become I'm every woman, right? I'm every woman all of a sudden, and she wanted to truly be a friend to Porsha and give her grace, she could have pulled Porsha to the side the same way she did Shamia last episode and expressed her contempt in what she said to Kelli. And that's point, that's blank, and that's period. If she really felt contempt about it, she could have pulled Porsha to the side the same way that she pulled Shamia to the side last episode if she felt a way about it. And also, Porsha went directly to Kelli and said what she needed to say. She didn't go to Pinky first and speak about Kelli's vagina the same way K. Michelle just did with Porsha. Let's talk. Let's have a real conversation. You talking about somebody talking about another woman's vagina. She went and said what she said about Kelli's vagina to Kelli in her face. You went and talked about Porsha's vagina to Pinky. You do the shit that you put on the next bitch. That's what you did. That's what you did. What she did to Kelli, she said it right to Kelly's face. Right to her face. Okay? The miscarriage conversation. Porsha literally asked K. Michelle, was she sure that she wanted to discuss it in front of the camera? And K. Michelle said that she did. When she was telling the story, Porsha asked her, did a miscarriage? And K. Michelle said, I thought so at first too. And what she did was she tried to reverse engineer what happened just so she can be offended. And even still, in the moment, she went online talking shit and told people in the group about it before she said anything to Porsha about it. And that is what makes K. Michelle punk puss to me. Because not only did you not tell me about it first, if you really had an issue with it, you went and you was throwing these names online, right? You was talking shit on your Twitter account and had everybody wondering who you was talking about. Then you went and told Phaedra, who was it? Cynthia and Pinky about it, but you didn't come and address me as address me about it as a woman. You went and told everybody else before you came and told me. That's what makes you punk puss to me. Okay? K. Michelle says when they went to Dallas, she was told that Porsha was trying to get some information to expose her, and then she doubled down on it at the table. Because Porsha said, I want to get some. Porsha said, about what? K. Michelle says, why would I tell you what you're trying to expose me for when you know? And Porsha says, why would I try to expose you? And K. Michelle said, because you have a spirit of exposure. And Kelly started laughing, saying, right. Okay. Now we know if you start watching What Happens Live, the information that K. Michelle is accusing of Porsha of trying to get is in regards to, pussy. A pussy. The smell of a pussy. Right? That's what they talking about smell. And on Watch What Happens Live, Andy said that K. Michelle asked them to take it out. But she continued to talk about it so much that they couldn't. They couldn't take it out. So what we won't see during the season is K. Michelle and the girls addressing the rumors about her smell. You know what I'm saying? The smell of her lady parts, right? But we will hear her talking about it in the confessional. So K. Michelle was not going to tell her in the moment exactly what she was plotting on, right? But if you ask me, with K. Michelle, it makes no sense because my thing is Porsha them didn't have to. You don't have to get behind the scenes tea about K. Michelle's, you know what I'm saying, box being funky. You don't have to get behind the scenes tea about it because you can literally watch it on the Breakfast Club interview. They said it on the Breakfast Club interview. So there's no need for people to be talking about it behind the scenes or going to go ask this person for information when everybody already seen it. Does that make sense what I'm saying? There's no need to be, the information is out there already. The information is out there already. There's no need to go and get behind the scenes tea about it. Okay? Phaedra says, so there's 3 things, and K. Michelle says, no, there's 4. Black. And so she talked about black. Okay, now let me read these super chats real quick. Okay? Sorry. Thank you for the super chat, 5'9", Nikki. She said, it feels like Kate and Porsha could have had a quick giggle about Nosh and moved on. This too much. Well, I don't know about that vibe, Nikki. We got to talk about it. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, West Canal. She said, you're making up for the days that you were gone. I'm in tears. Thank you for the super chat, West Canal. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat, Q. She said, drip drop part. Michelle is mad at everybody. Mad at Porsha. Drew Summer's Eve. First, it was a miscarriage. Last week, it was sardines. This week, it's the ex. Them voices having a ball in her head. My God. Thank you for the super chat, Q. Thank you for another super chat. He said also, that was not her first sit down. Her first sit down was at a dinner when she saw the girls getting into it and she walked off to go sit with the guys. Again, Q, and that's my point. It has, I'm gonna make it later on, but it seems to me, and we have to be honest, K. Michelle, we'll talk about it. Thank you for the super chat. Let's create with Toya. She said, I see Rodney and Mims in the chat. What's good, Mims? I didn't see Mims. What's good, Mims? When are y'all going to get together on the panel talk about this mess? I don't know. Y'all let me know. Let Mims will set it up. I don't know. But I'm open to it. Thank you for the super chat, 5'9", Nikki. She said, I think Kay has been embarrassed so much, she's paranoid. I also don't think that Porsha is completely innocent. I don't think that Porsha, to me, I think that Porsha is actually wrong. When it comes to, and we're gonna talk about it. Thank you for the super chat, okay? Okay, so she says there's 4 black. And so K Michelle asks Drew, why does she care? And Drew says, because you brought this to me.
No,
she did not. No, she did not. K Michelle has never said one thing about black to Drew. She has not said one thing about black to Drew. She has not brought that to you. Now, she probably talked about it to Porsha and said that he was in her DMs, and Porsha brought it to you. You give it up. This is why y'all be trying to be friends and stuff to people, and people be getting the shit fucked up. You get what I'm saying? And you try to tell people stuff, and people be slow. They don't know how to, maneuver. K Michelle has never said anything to Drew about black. She did last episode. No. What I'm saying is, Drew, you brought this to me. Drew did not. K Michelle didn't bring that to Drew. Drew brought that up. She said you dealt with him. She did in Texas. What about when Drew asked her? Drew asked her, and Drew argued about it in Dallas. Yes, because Drew. Last episode she did twice. She did bring him up last episode. Who brought who up? She did when she told Drew that she keeps bringing it. Yeah, she only brought it up one time. She only brought it up to her one time. What I'm saying is, before the argument that happened, I feel like that Drew was trying to make it seem like that K Michelle was saying to her that she had knew him. That's what I'm taking from what Drew is saying. You brought this to me. In Dallas, she said, she ain't say Drew was trying. Yes, she did say that, but I'm saying before that, K Michelle had never said anything to Drew about black. Only thing that she told Porsha, again, this is what I'm saying. They are trying to make this a storyline. They are trying to make this a storyline. What is Gabor talking about? What I'm saying is this. When we're talking about black in regards to black, K Michelle did tell Porsha that the man was in her DM. Right? We got that. There has been these other conversations about black. K Michelle has never said anything about black to Drew except for the last episode when they talked about it. And she said that you keep trying to connect me with black. That's it. Now, she said that you bought this to me. K Michelle never bought it to her. Now, Porsha may have bought it to her and said that he was in her DMs, and that's why she addressed her with it on the bus. But don't try to change it and make it seem like that the girl bought something to you. She didn't bring nothing to you. Porsha bought it to you. K Michelle says, how would I know anything about you in black? Okay? Then Drew says, girl, you know what? You really need to stop saying his name. And see, this is what Drew wanted. She wanted a showdown between her and K Michelle about black. Because now what do you mean she can't say his name? This ain't even your man, and I can't say his name? He not even your man. Okay? So K Michelle says, back up, I can do what the fuck I want. K Michelle says, I'm going to ask you to keep my name out of your motherfucking mouth. And notice the way that K Michelle is talking, how she talked to Porsha, and the way that she is talking to Drew. Right? She's loud. She's calling her bitches, etc. She was not talking like that to Porsha. When she was talking to Porsha, it was no bitch calling. It was no hoe calling. She wasn't jumping on her body. She wasn't doing any of that. When she was talking to Porsha. But she's talking like this when she's talking to Drew. Okay? K Michelle tells her, I don't know you. Drew says, you know a lot about me. You want to run down my resume. K Michelle says, bitch, because you don't got one. What's good, Bonnie Scotch? What's good? Yes, I noticed that too. Yes, she did. What's good? Y'all, go follow Bonnie Scotch. She got a channel. Go follow her. Okay? She said, yeah, you don't got one. It's easy. Okay? And so Drew says, bitch, yodel your ass out. And K Michelle says, I will yodel all in your shit. Drew says, obviously, you don't fit in. And see, this is the stuff that I'll be saying about Drew. This is the stuff that I be saying about Drew. I have been telling y'all for seasons that Drew was lame. And this whole thing is, she's a lot and you don't fit in. I don't think that Drew fits in, to be honest with you. Right? But Drew is lame. You obviously don't fit in. Who's trying to fit in? Who's trying to fit in? Good boy, I see what you're saying, but Drew has covered her housewife tracks with this. Kay brought it to her. She was baited, but she still did. I'm going to have to disagree. I don't think that y'all understand what I'm saying. Thank you for the super chat, Latina 2436. She said K Michelle on the FaceTime was talking to Black like he was an old friend. K Michelle did bring up Black, not Drew. She spoke to him on the phone because that was the girl's date. That was the girl's date to the thing, and she said that it was nice to see you. But what I'm saying is Drew is trying to make it seem like that this girl is bringing something to her. She did not bring anything to her. She didn't bring anything to her. Porsha probably brought it to her and said that the man was in her DMs. I think that listen, there is no way that y'all can convince me. Right, K Michelle never brought up Black to Drew. She did not. Now, y'all are talking about something in the midst of an argument when she was already on 10 and talking about a storyline. Yeah, she brought it up to her then. We're not talking about that, but what I'm saying is, we're not outside of an argument. Drew is the one that brought it up to her, and we can tell that they're using it as a storyline. And I just am confused at what y'all are missing. That is her storyline. Drew asked, what was the issue? And Kay said, I'm distant because you're trying to attach me to this man. Yes. Yes. You're trying to attach me to this man. She tried to attach her to the man on the bus. She's trying to attach her to this man on the bus. Okay? Yeah, Drew is gaslighting. It's a gaslighting bone collector. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. I think that y'all are thinking because she only brought it up to her one time, they're missing a lot. Apparently, okay. Okay. We can't each one teach one today. Okay, no shade. Okay, you don't fit in. Okay. Now, when it comes to acting, and with the resumes, is K Michelle a bigger actress than Drew? I don't think that K Michelle is a bigger actress than Drew. Is she? She's a bigger singer for sure, but I don't think that she's a bigger actress than Drew. So I don't know why she keeps on trying to come up with these resumes. Okay, so Phaedra tries to, and I had a picture of Drew. Oh, Drew, she looked cute in her picture too that I had of her. She's a cute girl. Okay, but girl, to me, what they had going on was a little bit, you know, K Michelle said, "Ye the late, he who nobody Drew." To me, it was whack. It wasn't a moment. It wasn't a moment. Okay. Phaedra tries to calm them down. And K Michelle says, well, I wanted to finish what I was saying. She said, I want to finish what I was saying, baby. And Phaedra gives her the floor. Okay, Kay says, Porsha, I was minding my business, and the last ex I was seen publicly with called me. And I'm not the woman to say what he said. And I think you know who I'm talking about. And Porsha said, yeah, Nosh. And K Michelle said that Nosh said that Porsha told him that she doesn't understand why she always end up with people's men. Girl, now y'all know I don't believe no shit like that now. I'm sorry. Baby, y'all know I don't believe no shit like that. I don't. Baby, for me to believe that Porsha told that man that, he would have to have had recorded that, and I would have to hear that with my own two ears. Porsha say, listen, girl. Now y'all know good well, I don't believe no shit like that. That Porsha told Nosh, I don't know why I always end up with people's men. and so Porsha says that she wasn't with him at the same time that K Michelle was with him. And Kay says that's what she's sitting here thinking. He's not my man. And Porsha says he's not my man either. Then K Michelle says, so why not just give me a heads up? And Porsha says that she's no longer talking to him, and she wasn't talking to him at the same time as Kay. Now, in my opinion, at this point, I don't think that Porsha owed K. Michelle any explanation or any, you know what I'm saying? You have to tell her anything about a person that she was sleeping with. I don't think that she owed her that at this point, right? And so Angela asks, what was the harm in that? And K. Michelle says the harm is in don't say my name. Why do I have to be the backstory? And now I do understand this, right? K. Michelle has been reaching this whole season, you know what I'm saying? And she was finally made something stick with Porsha. She was finally able to make something stick with Porsha, right? Don't be bringing me up in no fuck shit. Don't be bringing me up in no fuck shit. If y'all just fucking, then y'all shouldn't be talking about me or nobody else, period. If that's what y'all doing, especially me though, right? Y'all should not be talking about me, period. And so Porsha says that Kay was her friend and they had a mutual friend. And K. Michelle says, you're my friend, but you're dealing with my ex and you don't tell your friend, right? Porsha says at the time that they were dealing with each other, they didn't know each other. But what Porsha is missing is that it doesn't matter when y'all were sleeping with each other. If we were friends and you were sleeping with him or not, the fact that you left me out the loop, and the fact is that you left me out the loop, right? And it looked like you was on some sneaky shit. Y'all trying to call K. Michelle crazy, but this is not crazy. To me, I don't think that this is crazy. If we're all friends, why not tell me too? Why not give me that courtesy, right? Why not give me that courtesy if we all supposed to be friends and we was friends for, you know what I'm saying? Am I tripping? Like, if we're all friends and you were sleeping with my ex and we all supposed to be friends, why not give me the heads up? Why not tell me? Why not tell me? Now, Porsha probably feel like that she was messing with him after K. Michelle, and so she didn't need to tell her that. But at the point to where y'all are discussing me and we supposed to be cool, you could have came and told me. You could have came and told me. You could have came and told me. Kay said, you just said that we was in a friend group, but you close enough talking to him, but you couldn't tell me that you was talking to him. Listen, listen, y'all, the people who don't want to understand just don't get it. Just don't get it. Right. Porsha, thank you, DK. She could have said something. Why am I out of the loop if we all supposed to be friends? Why am I out of the loop? And y'all are discussing me. Why am I out of the loop and y'all are discussing me? Y'all are talking to me. Y'all are talking about me. How come? You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? I don't owe no bitch my business. But bitch, it's my business, Miss Shayna, when you talking about me with this nigga. Y'all over here talking about me. Y'all over here talking about me. You're talking about me. You trying to say that I was talking about you because we all know, baby, no. Because if I was your friend, you would have told me that you was fucking with the nigga. Period. But see, the thing is, y'all don't. The thing is, y'all don't. Porsha is not a girl's girl, right? Because if she was a girl's girl and she felt that they was all friends, if there was no overlap, I would not care. But if Kay is a part of their convo, I get it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If there was no overlap, I wouldn't care. But you making it like it's some sneaky shit because you didn't tell me. I'm a part of the convo, so I need to be told if you over here talking to this nigga about me. What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay. Kay says, if you're going to bring me into a friend group, why would you not tell me that you was humping on my ex? My name is not Fallon. She said this in the confessional. And this is another instance where K. Michelle is speaking on Porsha's vagina. Something, you know, the shit that you put on it, you do the shit that you put on the next bitch. And also notice when K. Michelle is making these innuendos about Porsha sleeping with Nosh, the Nigerian man or whatever, and speaking on her vagina, she never did it at the table. She never did it at the table, right? Yeah, you trying to have the conversations and stuff at the table, but all of this alluding you was doing to her fucking a man that you was over here doing with Pinky and the stuff that you saying in the confessional, you're not doing it at the table in front of Porsha, baby. And see, I clock it, baby.
Only weak bitches do that.
Only weak bitches do that. The stuff that you saying in the confessional, you talking to her real calm. And you trying to talk about how you doing it. But the stuff that you making about her vagina and what she doing with this man or did with this man, you're not saying that to Kay. You're not saying that at this table in Porsha's face. You're not saying that in Porsha's face. That's punk puss. That's punk puss, okay? And K Michelle does give me scared. She give me like she's scared of Porsha. I do think that she's scared of Porsha. Or she's not really, saying what she needs to say. And personally, I was having a conversation with one of my friends about K Michelle being scary. And he said that K Michelle had called Porsha a bimbo to her face. She didn't call Porsha a bimbo to her face. I don't think that she called the girl. She didn't call her a bimbo to her face. She referenced that she made a post that wasn't addressed to anyone, right? And said that it was about Porsha. And she said that after the fact. But it's not like calling someone a bimbo is like calling somebody a bitch or a hoe or a slut. You get what I'm saying? The stuff that she getting off on the confessional, that bimbo, she watered it down. She watered it down when she was the stuff that she was trying to say to Porsha. There's a certain type of way that she is talking to Porsha, and the stuff that she's saying about Porsha when she's in Porsha's face, that she's not in her face, and then the way that she talks to Drew when she's in Drew's face. There's a certain type of way that she behaves with Porsha. Okay? And so everybody's in the confessional saying stuff. Okay? Angela says, why is Kay surprised? Shamia says, isn't that girl code to tell someone you're dating their ex? Maybe the rules are different. They seem to change with different people. Is it? Okay. And also, is Porsha just fucking a man or was she dating a man? Was she just fucking a man or was she dating a man? Because at the point where I'm being discussed, it don't matter. Right? But if I'm just fucking a man, I don't think that I need to tell that to the other person, right? Porsha says, no, Phaedra lets us know that her and Porsha dated the same man before, and she'll let Porsha talk about it. Phaedra, baby, if you're gonna talk about it in the confessional, then you need to just let us know. If you would, Phaedra, if you gonna tell us in the confessional that you and Porsha was fucking or messing with dated the same man, then you need to tell us what happened. See, Phaedra ain't doing nothing. Phaedra is not showing up for work. Not even in a confessional. Not even in a confessional. We want to know who the man that you dated. And we don't want to have to wait for Porsha to get on Watch What Happens Live to figure out who the man is. Y'all want to be shown in a certain light so bad, y'all can't even give us the real. I want to know. Like Joe. Okay? Porsha says that it was nothing to tell. They hadn't communicated when Kay joined the group that was behind them. So now it sounded like Nosh was being messy. Okay? K Michelle is standing on it. This is my last public ex, and I think that she's trying to make it more salacious. But to me, she doesn't really need to say all that. I would have a problem with my name being brought up at all. And Porsha says that she never said anything bad about it. Baby, it doesn't matter. Don't discuss me at all. Because I determine what was bad or not. Talking about me to my ex or somebody that I was dealing with, bitch, I determine on whether you crossed the line or not, or what you said was bad or not. I could want this nigga to think that I'm down and out, right? I don't want this nigga having special, access to me and what's going on with me, right? I want this nigga to find out I'm on the Real Housewives of Atlanta just like the rest of the world. He don't need to be getting no inside scoop or inside information about me. I determine what the fuck is being said. You know what I'm saying? What is bad and what's not. I don't understand. If y'all I don't get what y'all not understanding. I just think that listen, K Michelle do got some crazy ways about her, but on this, I don't think that she crazy. Bitch, you don't determine what's good or not. I determine that. I determine what's being good when you talking to an ex about me. I determine what's good or not. You don't get to determine that. I don't give a fuck what you said. Okay? Hopefully this making sense to y'all. I don't know. Listen, whatever. I see some stuff in the comments that's moving so fast. We're going to get it in a minute. Okay? Porsha says that Kay is way too sensitive. K. Michelle says, I'm actually tough. And Porsha says that she's trying to find something. I do believe that. And she was finally able to make something stick. I think that Kay was trying to find a reason to go at Porsha. There is no coincidence that everything Porsha has done on this show this season, K. Michelle has a problem with. When she was in there arguing with Kelli, K. Michelle got up and walked away, right? That don't even concern her. I think that two things is happening. I think that K. Michelle is mad about that nigga. And I think that she found out Porsha was with that nigga before the season, right? And I also think that Kay thinks that if she joined the show and she became friends with Porsha, it would make it seem like that she was in submission or kissing the ring, right? It can only be one Beyonce. Somebody gonna have to be Kelli. No shade, right? So it's gonna make it seem like that she was on Porsha's team. And so she had to go against her to make her presence known and not be seen as one of Porsha's flunkies, right? And I just think that no matter what Porsha did, she wasn't going to be able to win with K. Michelle. And the perfect example, the only example I can give is when Tammy was crying after she fought Evelyn. Remember when Tammy was crying after she fought Evelyn and she was in the car and she was talking to Shawnee, and this is her first season of Basketball Wives, and she said the whole time, I thought that it was something that I was doing and I was just rubbing this girl the wrong way. And the whole time she had already made it up in her mind that she didn't want to like me. Do y'all remember that? Put a one in the chat if you remember that. She was crying in the car. They had brought her to the car after she had fought Evelyn. And and Shawnee had walked her to the car that she got into. And she was crying and she said this whole time, I thought that it was me. I was trying to be friends with this girl and thinking it was something that was wrong with me. But the whole time this girl was fucking on my man and she had a problem with me. That is what I'm getting from this Porsha and K. Michelle. That is, no matter what Porsha did, K. Michelle just wasn't gonna fuck with her, and that's just what it is, okay? And I seen it. Porsha was over here handling this girl with kid gloves, and girl, it ain't no way you could win. It ain't no way you could win. I believe that the girl knew already that you had did it, okay? K. Michelle says that she's trying to watch her back. Porsha said, you don't have to worry about your back because I won't have any more communication with you. And K. Michelle says, respectfully, I don't give a fuck, okay? Okay? So Phaedra says she tries to get brains to the table. She tries to get brains to the table, and she says, I think that we have established, she said, I think that we have established, and Kelli slid in and said, baby, that Porsha has fucked every Nigerian in Atlanta. Baby, Kelli ate that up, baby. I think that we have established Porsha has fucked every Nigerian in Atlanta. Baby, she ate that up. Give it up. She ate that up. Give it up. And baby, Porsha turned around and started finger fucking Kelli. She pointed her finger in Kelli's face at least 5 times. I counted 5 times she had pointed that finger in that girl's face. And I got the picture, baby. Her finger was damn near touching Kelli's face. Her finger was damn near touching Kelli's face. Porsha's finger was damn near touching Kelli's face. And so Kelli started pointing her drink in Porsha's face, and she was saying to Porsha, play with me. Play with me. But it wasn't deep like Porsha's fingers was. Porsha's finger was damn near touching Kelli's face. And Porsha said, you better get that drink out my face. Girl, how you gonna tell me to get this drink out your face? And this is what I be talking about. How you gonna tell me to get this drink out your face, bitch, when you damn near, girl, if Kelli would have moved, Porsha would have put a goddamn eye out. Right? And so they started breaking them up. And Kelli said, bitch, I'm not the one. I'm not the hoe. I'm not the one hoe. You gonna learn. You gonna learn. And so Porsha says, you don't put no drink in my face. She fucked that married man on that plane and you know exactly who he is. He's your client. And Phaedra said, yeah, I know. Porsha, at this point, baby, at this point, in the words of my sweet sister Monique.
Say their names. And if not, like I told Lennar before, keep it on the playground.
Say their names or leave it at the playground. You saying this man's name is not you breaking up this man's family. He's the one who cheated on his wife. right? He's the one who cheated on his wife. And so, Porsha, I don't believe what you're saying because I'm not buying that you care so much about marriage that you won't say this man's name. I'm not buying that. From you and your history on this show, I'm not buying that you care so much about marriage that you just care about that you don't want to break up a marriage. I'm not buying that. Because I would have said the nigga's name. Now, Bravo could have bleeped it out if they thought that, you know what I'm saying, something could have came back on them in a lawsuit or whatever, but I would have got the bitch up off me. And the fact that she ate you up like that, and you literally was jumping out your body. You literally was getting ready to jump out your body. You was upset. I can tell it in your tone. I can tell in the way that your face looked. I can tell everything that went with you. You trying to blame it, and what you did, Porsha, is that you tried to make it seem like you're upset because she had the drink in your face. But see, baby, you was already bothered before the drink came in your face. You was bothered off the statement alone. It wasn't that the drink was in your face that you got upset. You got upset because she ate you up. That Porsha has fucked every Nigerian in Atlanta. You was already mad at that. It wasn't about the drink. It wasn't about the drink. It was about what she said. It was about what she said. And you trying to put it on the drink. It was about what she said. Because you turned around you turned around. Okay? And that was the episode. That was the episode. Okay? Now, I gotta say this about with Pinky. A lot of people were saying last week with their online and stuff and with their reviews and stuff that, you know, Pinky, I know y'all not calling Pinky aggressive with all the stuff that Porsha has done, right? Pinky being aggressive has nothing to do with what Porsha has done on the show, in my opinion. I think that Pinky being aggressive is only an issue with Pinky. But I think that Porsha is violent. I don't, you know, I see Porsha as a violent person. I don't really see her as aggressive. I see her as very violent. And even with that finger in her face like that, just with that finger in her face alone, baby, that would have been a fight. Because I feel like if you putting your finger dead in my face like that, the way that she was putting her finger in her face like that, to me, that is it's very violent. That is very violent. Porsha is very violent. And so I think there's a difference. But yeah, it's baby, this was a mess. Okay, now I got some super chats. Let me read the super chats before we get up out of here. You know what, y'all? I wasn't really expecting this to be a long review, because when I watched the episode the first time that I watched it, I didn't really think that it was a lot. But I mean, this season is really turning into be that girl. Thank you for the super chat, Riri. She said, "A boy trolling with this. He needs to go." What did I do? What did I troll him with? What? Thank you for the super chat, Miss Treese. She said, Nosh has come out and said that K. Michelle is lying. He is surprised to be called an ex. He said that he didn't say those things about Porsha and that K is the Lulu and ran with stories in her mind. Did he say that? See, I'm behind. I'm going to have to go and look and see what's going on. Mrs. D. Green, thank you for the super chat. She said, if you want to be my friend and you care about my emotional safety, you're honest from the beginning. Moral compass, anyone. Thank you for the super chat, Mrs. D. Green. That's the truth, right? Why would you not tell me that you was talking? You don't have to tell me that you was talking to listen, if you was just messing with the man and sleeping with the man, that's fine. But the fact that I am being brought up in conversations, then I do think that you owe me to tell me that you're being brought up, especially if you're discussing me, because I need to let you know what you can discuss about me and not discuss about me. And I don't understand why people are not understanding that. I don't understand why y'all don't understand that. I get to know if you're my friend and I'm sharing shit with you and you're discussing me with this nigga, then I need to let you know what you can discuss and what you can't. You don't determine what you think is good or not. I determine that. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said the ex said that K is lying in the interview. The ex said K called asking about Porsha. He said that K, the one who said that there was a plot, and he told her there was no plot. But I know Porsha as a friend. Thank you for the super chat, Sador. She said, curious to know who watched the interview with Nosh because it appears to be opposite It appears the opposite happened, and the plot and scheme was coming from Kevin. Who is Kevin? Let me know. Who is Kevin? Thank you for the super chat, Diva. She said, I think we choose what battles to take in someone's face because of the threats of violence from the other person. And everyone knows women without words be ready to fight. And everyone knows women without words be ready to fight. Right. Thank you for the super chat, Diva. Thank you for the super chat, Top Shelf. He said, my question is, when was this alleged phone call? She said that she was just minding her business and she got the phone call. I believe, Top Shelf, that the phone call happened before the season started. I really do believe so. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, after the interview with Nosh, we learned that none of what Kay said in that scene is true. So we can't agree with you, Gabor. But baby, I'm talking about what happened. Jerry, I'm talking about before the interview. I'm talking about this episode and this episode only. Alone, baby. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, Porsha had Kelli up crying in the middle of the night with her hairline to the middle of her head, crying about being tied to pastor. Porsha won. Porsha had Kelli up in the middle of the night with her hair, with no hairline, crying about being tied to that pastor. Porsha won. Was she? Was she crying? Thank you for the super chat, Diva. She said Porsha creates a hostile environment wherever she's held accountable. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. And Porsha, it was a hostile environment when the girl said what she said about Porsha, and Porsha couldn't take it. Porsha couldn't take it. It was not about the drink being. Porsha was already violent before the girl put the drink in the face. The girl only put the drink in the face because Porsha had her hand literally getting ready to touch her motherfucking face. Look at how deep. And the crazy part about it is I had the screen recorded and pause it to even get this picture. And her finger was so deep in her face that you couldn't even look at how the finger is in the picture. It was so deep into her face that you can't even pixelate it. I guess that's the word. Mrs. Green, thank you for the super chat. She said, people like Porsha kill me. If you live in foul, be proud. Stand in your truth, girl. Otherwise, it will continue to haunt you. Right. You fucking every Nigerian in Atlanta got you that upset? It got you that upset? Thank you for the super chat, Rodney. He said, we would have tore Phaedra's backyard to shred if I was Kelli. Drop the link. It's going to already be too long to drop the link. Thank you for the super chat, Rodney. Thank you for the super chat, Riri. She said, now she exposed Kay to be a liar. Bye, Leaky. My God. Thank you for the super chat, Riri. Thank you for the super chat, Diva. She said, Kay posted some of the audio to their conversation. I just need to hear him say that Porsha said, why am I with everybody ex? Diva, I don't believe that girl said that. She said, that's why I'm the same when you know you're not together. Right. No, baby, I gotta hear that with my own 2 ears, baby. I don't believe that. She said, baby, I'm always sleeping with somebody's man. Why am I always sleeping with somebody's man? That sounds like a bitch that needs to be stumping her pussy. Let me be quiet. I'm sorry. Thank you for the super chat, Top Shelf. She said, some of y'all really hate Porsha. Damn, Top Shelf, don't nobody hate Porsha, baby. But she can be wrong. She could be wrong. And she was wrong. Sorry. Thank you for the super chat, Sador. She say, meant to say Kate, not Kevin. Oh, okay, so Kate, but she got the play. Okay. You are behind the board. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. You are behind the board. You, Kelli, went on live upset about being tied to the pastor. Watch the live and watch Nosh's interview. I know that I'm behind, Jerry. We discovered that in the first 2 minutes of the show. I know that I'm behind, baby. But it's okay. It's okay. But I'm gonna try to catch up. Now, I didn't know that Kelli went live. I seen that she had made a post, but I tried not to watch it because I don't want nothing to taint my image of the episode. So the only thing that I watched was this show and Watch What Happens Live because it was K. Michelle's first time on Watch What Happens Live. Thank you for the super chat, Riri. She say Big P, not the little one pound, that girl. Thank you for the super chat, Riri. That girl that fucked every Nigerian in Atlanta. That's the baby. And listen, and we gotta be able. And the people that like Kelli, listen. It makes you good when you could tell that Kelli, when you could admit to Porsha that she got ate up, and she got ate up twice this season by Kelli. Kelli told her, girl, you have fucked every man and scissored every bitch in Atlanta. She ate her up with that, baby. She ate her up with that. You have fucked and scissored everything walking in Atlanta. She ate her up with that. Anything walking in Atlanta, baby, Porsha done slept with it. And you know who that reminds me of? Candy. Okay? Then she slid that whole Porsha has fucked every Nigerian in Atlanta, and Porsha was upset and out of her body. She was upset and out of her body. And baby, she ate her up. She ate her up. Okay? And y'all, that was the episode. I loved it. I loved it. Thank you for the super chat, D. She said, we want the boy to get caught up. We want him to pay your bills. Thank you for the super chat. I will. I'm going to get caught up. I promise to God, I'm going to get caught up. I'm going to try to get caught up today. Thank you for the super chat, Riri. She said, scammer or not, like Carisha said, spin that shit. Spin that shit. Baby, spin that shit seemed to be the theme song of whatchamacallit? Of DC Pride. DC Black Pride. Spin that shit, okay? But y'all, thank y'all so much for being here. I'm going to try to, I'm going on Patreon tomorrow, but I'm going to also try to catch up with everything Atlanta because I know I'm behind, and I'm also going to try to have my Salt Lake City. I haven't watched that yet, so I'm gonna have to try to catch up on that as well, okay? But let me see. Thank you for the super chat, Rodney. He said Porsha spiraled, a full-on crash out. That's how you know Kelli ate her up. Thank you for the super chat, Rodney. Yes, she did. She did spiral. She did spiral. And it wasn't about the cup. It wasn't about the glass. It was about what she said, baby. It was about what she said, baby. Because you was already upset and you was already beginning to get violent before she even put the glass in your face. And in what world do you think that you could put your hand in my face and I'm not about to put nothing back in your face? We're not doing that. We're not doing that. And like Kelli said, you're going to learn, ho. You're going to learn, ho. Thank you for the super chat, YDK. Porsha said that she been humping belly buttons since 7. Oh, nasty ass. Play with me. Right. Play with me. You tell the boy, you can go back and look at Porsha's face drop when Kelli said it was on the floor. Actually, yes, it was. Yes, it was. She got ate up. Listen, Porsha got ate up. Porsha got ate up. And you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the alley hoop, the assist that who gave the assist? Somebody said, is Jamal coming? And she said, no. She said, of course not. The assist in the alley hoop. She said, girl, what we have established is Porsha has fucked every Nigerian in Atlanta. Baby, I love it. I love it. The only thing that I hated about it is that I wanted to see Angela and Pinky and K. Michelle face when she said it because we could only see from their side of the table. I wanted to see the mouse drop at the table and what was happening because Angela was giving us face, darling, when the whole conversation was going on. Angela was giving us face, but I wanted to go and see everybody face when the shit was popping off. And what I also and again, thank you for the super chat, Erica De Niro TV. She say not ate up that she would prefer. Right. And I also want to say this. I want to say salute to Pinky and Angela. Because even when they had their back and forth, they was able to make a read session out of it. Right? Porsha and Kelli couldn't even go back and forth toe to toe with each other because she had the first blow that Kelli gave was so lethal. Porsha was ready to fight. The first blow that she gave was so lethal, it was no coming back from it, and she was ready to fight. And my whole thing is, Porsha, if you knew that this girl had sent you, if you knew that this girl had sent you, if you knew that this girl was cheating with a married man, you could have bought their name up if you really wanted to. That's how I know there is no man. There is no married man. There is no married man. And I saw on Twitter that people was going to people was going through Phaedra to see the pastor that Phaedra followed. Phaedra has been on this show for over 10 years. Do y'all think that Phaedra know what was coming down the turnpike, was going to sit up there and still be following the pastor that was allegedly sleeping with somebody on this? No. So we'll probably never know who the pastor was unless they said it. But Porsha, it ain't. I don't believe that it is no pastor. I honestly do not believe. I don't believe anything. I don't believe what Porsha is saying. I don't. I'm sorry, because I would have said the name. The way that this girl has been eating you up, the way that she been dragging you, the way that this girl been dragging you up and down these Atlanta streets by your pussy. Thank you for the super chat, Cameron. He's like a boy came back like he never left. Salute. Oh, thank you so much, Cameron. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, I understand why Porsha is upset. It's clear Kelli planned to say that after Kay mentioned her ex. Nosh also said that he went to dinner with Kay, Shamia, and Shamia's mom. Wow, clearly they all plotted against Porsha. Did he say that, Jerry? See, I'm gonna have to go and listen to this. Listen, Jerry, you said I understand why Porsha upset. It's clear Kelli planned to say that after Kay mentioned her ex. Well, you got to give a salute for the execution, because she didn't say it after she mentioned the ex. She said it. You would do better by telling me that they planned to say it after Phaedra said what she said, because the way that Phaedra gave her the alley hoop baby was flawless. That was flawless. That was flawless. Porsha has fucked every Nigerian in Atlanta. I love it. I love it. Thank you for the super chat, Rodney the Boys. He said Kelli grabbed the glass like Mariah did. Pico de Gallo, this hoe, chopped up and served on the side. She should have, oh my God. She should have threw the drink in her face. She should have threw the drink in her face. Thank you for the super chat, Mism. She said we need a live recap with Gabor, Rodney Mims, Alex, and Jamie and Erica. That would be a hoot. It would be a hoot. It would be a hoot. Okay? You give Drew too much credit. I'm not giving Drew nothing. I'm not giving Drew nothing. Drew only get credit for her face card. That's it. That's all she got going. That's all she got going. And then let me tell y'all what y'all did. I had saw it in the comments. Y'all know I go read. It's hard for me to see everything during the lives, and so I go watch it. I had somebody come and tell me the other day in the comments. Now, y'all know Drew lost her kids, right? Drew lost her kids, and Ralph got them. And somebody gonna come over here and tell me, so what? So what? Let Ralph be a full-time parent for once or whatever, and let Drew get some baby. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. Drew lost her kids.
They took them from you, baby.
Took them from you, baby. She lost her kids. Ralph didn't just voluntarily say, I want to have the kids on my own. That he was awarded the kids in court. And we have to be able to say that. They took them from you, baby, and gave them to Ralph. That's the truth. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Drew, for the people to take, for the court to award Ralph the kids, Drew would have to be like that surrogate that Shamil was trying to get last year. He would have to be damn near losing Isaiah. And then I believe at the end of the movie, Halle Berry was granted. Didn't they give Halle Berry losing Isaiah? Yeah. I believe at the end of losing Isaiah, she ended up getting granted her baby. And she threw the baby in the trash can. So what does that tell you about Drew as a mother? What does that tell you about Drew as a mother? Okay. She say if Kelli threw that drink, she'd had a Pikachu ball by the end of the night. She'd be a Pikachu child by the end of the night. You think that Porsha? We hadn't really seen Porsha. I don't know if Porsha could just really. Kelli gives me that she probably could get down. She do give me that she could probably get down. Thank you for the super chat, Brian. She said Kelli said that she would drop it on the bus in Dallas. She brought it up again. Kelli is lame and she can't execute by herself. She executed by herself, Brian. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. And listen, I got my faves. Y'all know I love Kenya Moore down. But I tell the truth about Kenya Moore. Every time Kenya get into some shit, she dragging Brooklyn down here and treat her like she blanket. Right? But I tell the truth about Kenya when she got ate up. Let me tell you, baby, Porsha got ate up, and Brian, and I know you love Porsha, but baby, listen, we got to give it to her, baby. She got ate up, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We got to be able to admit it. Porsha got ate up. It's okay. They said to be continued. Maybe she'll pinch the bitch in the next episode. But in this episode, she lost. In this episode, she lost. And we got to be able to admit that. Thank you for the super chat, Rodney the Voice. He say Drew got to be up out of the Ralph house in 3.5 days. Oh my God. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. And wait a minute, Rodney. Not only do Drew got to be out, so does Josiah. My God. My God. My God. And hopefully Kayla is gone from around there at Candy's house. When the daddy go, you go. Thank you for the super chat, Sador. She said that message wasn't for you, good boy. What message? What message? Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Erica Dino TV. She said Kelli is not afraid of Porsha. She's been on Porsha's neck since the first day she met her. And I know she's not scared of Porsha, Diva. Correct, because I remember last season when her and Porsha had that sit down after she had said that Porsha was sleeping all the night with the married man. They had a sit down and Kelli didn't order no drink. Remember, Kelli didn't order no drink when they first got there. And Porsha had ordered a drink. And then after they got through with their discussion, she ended up ordering a drink in case she what I got in my head, I know this bitch fights and I need to be ready. Because me getting my ass whooped on TV will never happen. You get what I'm saying? Me getting my ass whooped on TV will never happen. Thank you for the super chat, Mrs. D. Green. She say, now, Drew, you don't fit in the most because no woman other than Kim has lost any of their kids before you. My God. My God. They even gave the baby back to losing Isaiah's mama. Jesus. Now, see, Drew, and see, that's why Ralph didn't, see, now Josiah got to go because Ralph wouldn't even adopt him. My child. My child. Thank you for the super chat, Riri. She say, bring Britt back to handle Kelli, the little hobby. Thank you for the super chat, Riri. I appreciate it. Okay? Thank you for the super chat. Did it before she said the little hobby got hard. That's all she got. That's all she got to have, baby. That's all she got to have. Okay? And I love that Pinky just sat back and let the girls handle their stuff by themselves. She let the girls sit back and handle their stuff by themselves, baby. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, okay. Thank you for the super chat, Sador. She said, when I wrote, you giving Drew too much credit. Okay. Yeah, you know, I don't give Drew nothing but credit on her face score, child, and that's it, y'all. Okay, but y'all, that was the episode. I already feel like the review. I thought that it was a good review, but I feel like 2 hours is a long ass review for a show that's only an hour. Okay, but y'all, that's all I got right now. Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it, and I will be back tomorrow with a couple of videos for y'all. I'm gonna try to do. Well, I'm going on Patreon on live tomorrow for sure, but I'm also going to try to have the Salt Lake City review up tomorrow, and I'm going to try to find these interviews with K. Michelle's ex-boyfriend and Porsha's what do we call it? Late night tip? Late night dip? I don't know. I don't know. Wait a minute. One of the many married men that Porsha has fucked in Atlanta. All right. But thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. Did I say Salt Lake City? I'm sorry. Rhode Island. Thank y'all so much. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Salt Lake, Rhode Island. Okay. But thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all later on. Adios.
Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it.